brought home straight A's, and her self-esteem soared. Usually a shy kid in class, because she was usually lost, she started to raise her hand. One night at dinner, she winked at me and said, "I kicked butt in a debate today, Dad." She went on for the next 10 years to get virtually straight A's, and Brianne got into one of the best veterinarian schools in the world. I'm scared to think what her life would have been like without this information. Don't feel bad if you've missed this in yourself or your child. I'm a board-certified psychiatrist, and I missed it in someone I love, which is why I developed a questionnaire that anyone can take at home.
Inattentive ADD also tends to respond to treatments that boost dopamine, including a higher protein diet and stimulating supplements or medications.
We call type 3 overfocused ADD. These folks have most of the ADD features, but rather than not being able to pay attention, they have trouble shifting their attention, and they tend to get stuck into loops of thinking.
In order to focus, you have to continually shift your attention. If you get stuck on a thought, it's impossible to follow what others are saying. For example, if your husband says something that irritates you, and you think about it over and over, you can't hear anything else that's being said, and you look totally inattentive.
The underlying brain pattern is different from classic or inattentive ADD. Here, both serotonin and dopamine tend to be low, and there tends to be too much activity in an area called the anterior cingulate gyrus. Think of the anterior cingulate as the brain's gear shifter. It helps you go from task to task, move from idea to idea, be flexible and go with the flow. This is the part of the brain that is also involved in error detection, or knowing when something isn't right.
When the anterior cingulate works too hard, people get stuck. They worry, hold grudges, and if things don't go their way, they can get very upset, and sometimes even explode. On the surface, they can appear selfish, but they really aren't selfish. Their brains are inflexible. They can also be argumentative, oppositional, and tend to see too many errors, which can be really irritating. Do you know anyone like this? People with this type tend to have family members who also tend to get stuck on worries, grudges, and fault-finding. The holiday dinners can be loads of fun.
One question to identify this type is how many times out of 10, when you ask someone to do something, will he or she do it the first time without arguing or fighting with you? If the answer is 3 or less, think over-focused ADD. It's also real